Hello, how's everybody doing? Happy Monday. Happy Monday. Yes, we're in June and we are getting it done. So, how can you get things done? Well, let me tell you first. First of all, we already know it's Monday, and you already know that you probably have so many things in line, or your expectations are very, very high to accomplish all of your goals, perhaps in one day. Okay, can we be real for a minute? Most often, we are not going to get everything done in one day. And Mondays, although it's considered to be the start of most work weeks, you still have to put things into perspective. Because if you set your achievements or your goals so high that you most likely will not obtain them, then that's really there lies the issue. So you don't want any issues. It's Monday after all. Happy Monday motivation. Motivation mindset. It starts right here in the mindset. So yes, most goals can be attainable. However, when we're talking about Monday, we want to make sure that we're not missing the opportunities to get things done no matter what day it is. And that's what happens. You decide to, I'll just take on this, that, and the other all in one day. When Monday comes, I'll be sure to get it all done. But what happens if you don't? How will you feel? How will your emotional intelligence start to blossom, right? How will you utilize your emotional intelligence so that you're not shrinking your motivational intelligence? Okay? Emotional intelligence. That is the key. As you start your work week, I want you to keep a couple of things in mind. Keep in mind that you should keep a journal or something where you can write things down. I know it sounds old school, I get it, but go back and listen to many of my previous videos. You will tell me, or trainings or workshops, things that I have uploaded, even including interviews. And I'll probably, or I know for a fact that I've said this time after time after time. Please start writing things down. Although it seems old school, it seems like something of the past, it's never really in the past, because when you think about when we say old school, your old school may be different from my old school. Welcome, welcome to anyone who has caught my live. I appreciate you, and I hope you're having a fantastic Monday. And I'm just really talking very briefly about Monday motivation. I know you're going to listen to so many different lives or shorts or videos or, a combination of both on all of these different platforms. But I got to tell you, when it comes to motivation, as a speaker, even myself, I need motivation from time to time. So I'm not immune to, seeking motivation, or, whether that comes from a book, to read a book, or it comes from somewhere else, or it comes from looking and listening to other lives and things like that. Motivation comes and starts from within. People, it's within. That's where motivation comes from. And when I say within, it really does start with the mindset, and then it works its way down to the heartstrings. you know, and you shouldn't be discouraged because one or two people, maybe, one or two people have helped you along the way in your career life, and so on and so forth. I mean, you have to really think about this for a minute. Hey, welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm Coach Toye. I'm based out of the U.S. and again, in the greater Atlanta area. Welcome and thank you for just happening to pop on my live. I appreciate you. I hope you're doing well. I hope your business is going well, and that you're just doing fantastic on a Monday. So if it isn't Monday where you live, it's Monday right now, right here in the U.S. But I just wanted to say, again, back to motivation. Many of us are authors, speakers, trainers, and we, including myself, will need motivation from time to time. There are days when I say, nope, I don't want to do that. I don't want to get, I just don't want to be bothered and trying to, fix issues all day long. And I know that, based on what I do, I may have to go back and redo some of my trainings. I may have to go back and edit some of my talks, edit videos, all of that. So a lot of these things that I do, I still need motivation. And you might say, well, how are you getting your own motivation, Coach Toye? Coach Toye right here. Well, you know what? Again, I have to start by writing things down. I'm going to prioritize what I need to get done and what I don't need to get done on that day, including Mondays. I just put it to the side and I will work on it gradually throughout the week. So by the end of the week, I would have prioritized everything. I don't say take 10 and 20 things and prioritize 10 or 20 items. It wouldn't make sense because more often than not, you will not even look at those things that you've put aside. So I say take the three most important things of your day, what you really need to get accomplished, and do that. If you've promised someone, if you're working the traditional 9 to 5 and you know that you have a deadline of sorts to get back to your manager, your supervisor, or whomever you may be reporting into, if you know that somewhere along the line, as it's getting close to the end of the business day, and you haven't had those things done, what do? What you need to do is be able to reach out to them and communicate to that person who has the expectations that you will be getting these things done. You need to go ahead and let them know you probably won't make that deadline, but here's what I do have. Here is as far as I have gotten this far, and then as it gets even closer to the end of the day, just let them know that you will be following up with them before the end of the day, before you both leave the office or wherever, however you're working, maybe from home remotely, that they will be able to really understand where you're coming from. And then you're not just penalized as to, well, you didn't get it done. And, sometimes it may lead to, if you're doing this often, you may find yourself being terminated, and you don't want that, right? Because you love your job, you love what you do. So again, it's very, very important that it's very important that you personally and professionally take ownership of what you are doing and how quickly or rapidly can you get things done. I want to first say, hey, hello, thank you very much for joining me on my live. I appreciate you here on YouTube and other channels, which the live will be shared out to. Thank you so much. It's Monday Motivation. I'm Coach Toye. And again, Toye Johnson-VINCENT here, and currently based out of the greater Atlanta area, native of New York City. And again, my tagline is no sugarcoating coach. Make sure, give me a shout out. I appreciate that. If you have an event coming up and it involves speaking, training, or coaching, again, let me know. And again, you just never know where the paths may cross. So again, please be kind to one another as you are trying to support people as well, especially in the workplace. And you never know if you have to come back there. So that's what I'm talking about. Motivational Monday, getting things done. It's Monday. Everybody has high expectations. Do you? How do you get your things done on a Monday? Make sure you put those in the comments. Appreciate it. Do you have any strategies, any one particular thing or the other that you do to keep yourself on track on Mondays? All right. Let me just give you a couple of things that I do, a few tips, and then I'll close with that. First off, what I do, and I'll start again, I'll say, yes, I do write things down. A lot of people say, no, I don't write things down, or I used to, and that's so old school, so I don't need to do that. I just upload it into my phone, or they text themselves, or they email themselves, or what have you. But you're going to have to, you're basically going to have to make sure that you start to track your goals. So if your goal for Monday is to get 3 things done, right? Whether that's make a few phone calls, whether that's setting up a Zoom call or a Teams call with your colleagues or whatever, make sure you put that as a priority. I would not start with more than 3 goals for any particular day. I mean, and really, I just wouldn't, because it can be or become overwhelming. So just keep in mind with that. Secondly, you have to understand the things that you're saying already. As soon as someone handed that off to you and said, hey, I need this back by the end of the day, what does that really mean? It's Monday. You want to have a great Monday. You want to be in the same good frame of mind that you were in when you started your day, right? So again, it's very important that you prioritize your goals for Monday so that the end of the week it will be much easier. Last but not least is what I mentioned before. You want to make sure that you follow up with whether it's your team member, your manager, your executive director, whomever it may be, especially if we're talking the traditional 9-to-5 career goal. But if you're an entrepreneur, you still have to hold yourself accountable for Mondays, right? So this could also relate to you as well. But you want to make sure that you follow up. Again, if someone gives you something to do, a task to complete, and you know that it's getting towards the end of the day and you don't really believe that you can get it done, you're really going to have to do this. I mean, you're going to have to prioritize, prioritize, prioritize. And you need to let them know that you're not going to be able to get the job done that particular day. That is really what happens. Anyway, what else? And let's see, about Monday. Well, the other thing about Monday is once it's over, it's over. But guess what? You can go back to those 3 major goals that we talked about. I said, I typically like to start with 3. Some people say, well, I could handle more, maybe 5 particular goals they put on their plate for Monday. But I'm always thinking, you may want to, if you can do that, that's fine, because there's no wrong or right way to accomplish your goals. I'm just talking about making sure that you're staying motivated on Mondays. Now, your work week may not really start until Tuesday, again, depending on how you work. Some people work weekends, they have Mondays off, right? But if you have Mondays off and you're going to return back on Tuesday, then I'm sure you may have questions, or your team members or your supervisors, managers, directors, etc., may have questions for you. So it's really great that you can accomplish those goals and let them know where you are at as you leave for the end of the day. This way, if for some reason you don't come back into the office the next day, and maybe someone has to pick up on where you left off, and that's what we call teamwork. It really is dream work. Teamwork is the dream work, right? So there it is, all right? So I hope you have a wonderful Monday, and again, and a wonderful rest of the week, and all of that. I just really hope that you do. And again, thank you so much for checking out my live. Make sure, please, 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 don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. There it is, No Sugarcoating Coach. All right, I'm Coach Toye. And to learn more about me and how I can inspire, motivate, and empower your audience through speaking, coaching, and training, check out my website at TJV the letter U.com. TJV empowers you, the letter U.com. Remember, it's the letter U, not YOU. Okay? Just keep that in mind. I'm Coach Toye, your No Sugarcoating Coach. And don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Bye for now.